Oh, you weren't even recording.
that
No,
was just a pre.
that's just pretty okay. I feel like nowadays people just don't know how to like talk about their feelings. I feel like it's so like closed off nowadays. Like people are always like to themselves. They don't want to like. Ooh, that was scary.
yeah,
I don't really know how to do this. Is it like this?
yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna love you, love you, love you. That's all I really want, baby. I'm gonna need you, need you, need you.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays people just don't really know how to have conversations about how they feel or like when they're upset. A lot of, especially like, I feel like when you grow up in Minnesota, the stereotype of, oh, they're very passive aggressive, I definitely understand that now. Like I definitely understand that now. I feel like over time, like I'm not gonna lie, at a time, a point in my life, I was very passive aggressive, and I can admit to that. But I feel like after like learning and like people telling me, oh, like I felt this type of way of what you did, da da da, and acknowledging their feelings and being able to like compromise with them and apologize, and some people do things and don't really know that they're doing it, like it's just that's just who they are as a person or whatever. But over time I started to really work on that on myself, just so that I could build more meaningful relationships and friendships. And so yeah, the stereotype of being passive aggressive, I started to notice that after like me being more less and less passive aggressive and just being more open and comfortable with having like conversations about like feelings and how certain things make certain people feel some way. And I feel like a lot of people tend to take a lot of like for example, you telling someone, oh, I felt so and so about what you did, and a lot of people tend to take that as, oh, they're coming at me, or oh, I feel like they're, and then they all of a sudden become the victim of the situation, and then you're sitting there like, how did we like get here when all I was telling you was how I feel? And then now you guys are having a weird like argument just because I'm telling you how I feel, or I'm confronting you about something I didn't like, doesn't mean we're having a argument. It just means that you don't know how to have uncomfortable conversations. And I feel like that really comes from like being in Minnesota, really. And like, I mean, I don't really know what it's like outside of Minnesota. Like I've been to different states and I've noticed certain states be more like direct, and I'm like, wow, like I'm not really used to this, but I kind of like it because I'm like, I'd rather have someone that's able to be open and communicative than like someone that's closed off and then shuts me out, or and then you're sitting here questioning yourself like, oh, what did I do, or da 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 da. Like now you're just second guessing, and the whole time it's really not about you. You really just gotta accept that it's not about you. Like, oh, they might not want to talk to you right now, or they might be feeling some sort of way, and it has nothing to do with you. It probably is just, it's their own issues. It's on them. Don't really try to, question yourself and your friendship and the values you hold in a relationship. Don't question your like the type of person you are at all. Like, and I'm coming from someone that does that a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do that a lot, and so I'm just really learning that. And like, for example, recently, actually, this was today, I went through a bit of a breakdown. So as most of y'all may know, I'm like studying for the LSAT right now. I'm scheduled to take it in August. I'm hoping to enroll for law school of fall 2026. And so as of right now, I've been having a lot of self-doubt about like, okay, am I even smart enough or worthy enough to go to law school? Because then like I meet other like I meet lawyers, or I meet attorneys, and I'll meet other students that are in law school, and I'm like, wow, like they're very smart. You should not be comparing your like intellectual like, or not intellectual, but you shouldn't be comparing like your smartness or like you as a person to someone else. Like you might be good at something that that person's not good at, and they might be good at something that you're not good at, and I feel like a lot of people, like at least for me, I had to learn that like, okay, I can't always like compare myself to other people, because we're all different, we're all human. You know, we come on all shapes, all different shapes and sizes. We have different brains, obviously. We think differently. We have our own opinions, and we're subject to we have our own opinions, and we shouldn't have to compare ourselves to other people. And like, you know, just because they're like, obviously for me, like, they're in law school right now, I'm not in law school right now, so obviously they've already had the experience in law school. You know, they built the knowledge of how to obtain a law degree or how to think like an attorney, and I'm not even there yet. Like, I'm not even in law school, so I have to be like, okay, well, obviously this person has more experience than me, they have more knowledge in something that I'm not in yet. And so I have to be more, you know, more easy on myself, and not have to like always compare myself in situations like that. Like, I know for me, I'm always like, oh, I'm very impatient, mind you. I'm a very impatient person. I'm like, I want to be here already. Like, I want to get this done out the way and get to where I want to be. But everything comes with time, and time is very precious. So the more and more you stress yourself out, and then the time is running, like, you need to calm yourself down and be like, hey, I know I want this really bad right now, but what are the steps I can take to get there? Okay, study, right? Okay, let's go and study on the LR section. Let's take a practice exam. Let's do comprehension or reading comprehension today. Like, just taking those small steps every single day will get you to where you want to be. And I have to really sit there and think about that for myself with the LSAT. But anyways, yeah, that was just an example. Sorry, we just got straight into it with no introduction, guys. Hi guys, it's Naomi again, back at you with another podcast. It's critical, of course. The episode today, do not even ask me what the episode is, because I have not thought about that. I haven't recorded a podcast, I believe, in 2 weeks now. It's been a lot going on, trying to build a schedule for, you know, law school, or not law school, my LSAT, and a lot of graduations recently. There's been hella graduations. I can't keep up. I feel like last week I went to like 2, yesterday there was 1, and then today there's 1, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I cannot keep up, my brain, I also work at Giddy on the weekends, and so that takes up a lot of my time as well, because I'm working from like 9 p.m. to like whatever time I get out. And last night I got home at 5. So yeah, guys, my brain is fried. My eyes are looking real crazy right now. I have bags under my eyes. I barely slept. Like, I came home, I saw the sunrise. Like, that's how you know. Like, oh my god, it's late as fuck. I got home and I'm like, mind you, I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, it was so packed yesterday, and I was so hot and sweaty. And so when I got in, like, I was like, yo, I have to take a shower. Like, I took a shower before I went, but I'm like, I have to take another shower. So I took a shower, you know, brushed my teeth, did my face routine. And then as soon as I was like getting into bed, I looked out the window, the sun was coming out. I was like, yo, there's just no way. So I shut them curtains. I went straight to bed, but my siblings woke me up at 8 in the morning. I rarely had any sleep. So guys, if I'm like stuttering a lot or like blanking out, that is why. But yeah, I was like, okay, I feel like I told myself I was going to be consistent. So I have to record this today. And I didn't really prepare for this. I don't have no book, as you guys could see. I usually have like a little notes pad that I like to write things down in. Don't have that. I don't know what the podcast is going to be on, but I know today I have a lot to talk about values and how that may look like in relationships. And when I mean relationships, I mean any type, whether that's platonic, romantic, or like friendships, family relationships, anything like that. So we're going to really get into that. I feel like that's been the topic of discussion this week for me. And at least for me, like, I've been like having a lot of thought about like, you know, relationships, and going to therapy, and we've been talking a lot about values. And so my therapist has really instilled that into me this week. So I've been really focused on like, okay, what friendship or what relationship holds values. And I feel like here's one thing, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but this is a fact. I'm sure you guys probably know this, but by the age of 25, or when your frontal lobe develops, you cannot keep up with more than like I think 5 to 8 people in your life. And when 5 to 8 people, meaning like friendships and relationships, etc. Family, that doesn't really count, but like just friendships in general. Like I feel like a lot of people were saying that you cannot obtain more than, like, your brain won't be able to obtain that, because it's like you have to remember a lot about a lot of people, like certain people, right? And so I started to realize that the older I got, and this is crazy because my mom used to say this when I was younger. In high school, I was like hanging out with a bunch of friends. Like I had so many friends. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, these are my best friends. Like, oh my God, we're going to be besties forever. Like, da da da. And she would sit there and be like, you realize, like, when you go to college, you're going to make friends in college. And then you're going to stop being friends with the people in high school. I mean, obviously, you might have that one friend, but like, you know, majority of the time, it's really going to be like 1 to 0 or 0 to 1. Right? Anyways. And so I was like, no, we're going to be besties. And then funny enough, like, I literally stuck with like my friends from college, right? Went to college, made new friends. We were besties. Got out of college, thought we were going to be besties forever. But obviously, like, you know, people get jobs out of state, move out of state. People, you know, have their own things going on, studying to go to grad school, you know, going to med school, law school, whatever it is. Everyone gets really, really busy right after, like, you know, they graduate undergrad. And so after that, my mom told me, yeah, after you're done with college, you're probably not going to hang out with that many people from college. And you're just going to be so invested into yourself that you're not going to really keep up with hanging out with all those friends. And so I thought, I don't know. And then, funny enough, it actually became a thing. Like, it's an actual fact where you get older and you just can't obtain or like really handle that many friendships. And so, I mean, like, you have those friends. Like, this is how I think of it. I had a conversation with someone about this. You have those friends that are like just vibes and cool whenever y'all see each other. It's always good energy. Like, you'll say hi, da da da. And then you have those friends that are your like emotional system, the friendship that you like, that solid core, like that solid friendship that you have that won't ever break. And I have that, and those are my sisters, my cousins. We've been besties since we were like in elementary school. And so I feel like this year, especially like the past couple months, actually no, this year had taught me a lot about like relationships and friendships. And then I feel like right now, especially the past like 2 months, I've been going through like an awakening of like realizing that these are like the friendships that are going to be here or there for me forever, or they're going to be, you know, my rock throughout everything, are the ones that I've known since I was a kid. Like that family friendships, those, what's it called, like family friendships, right? Like those family friends, yeah. Friendships. Anyways, yeah, those family friends are the ones that are always going to be like your ride or die forever. And so like I'm kind of like, after we all like, you know, finished college and we're all like kind of in our adult lives, we're able to obtain more time with each other, because at the time we're all in school, you know, going to school in different states. Like we all had our own lives at that time. We went through different, you know, chapters. And so I felt like throughout those years, you start to realize like, wow, like these are the people that were there for me since day one, like da da da, like, you know. And then reconnecting with them was such a nostalgic, wholesome feeling. Like I feel like this was this was actually last week. We were all at a graduation, and our cousin, she graduated in BSN. Congratulations, soon to be RN. And so yeah, we were at her graduation and everyone was there, like the ones that we haven't seen in a long time either. And we're like, wow, like I haven't seen you in a long time. Like we're all like catching up, like. And in that moment, like I just started to have like flashbacks from when I was like younger, when we all used to kick it and like go to the basketball court, go to the park, like go to these graduations of like people we didn't even know at the time because we were so young. And like we were all like doing crazy things, and it was just such a wholesome feeling, like having those like those crazy flashbacks where it was like, wow, like I really miss like feeling like this. I love the feeling of being at home, you know. And I want that with like my friendships or relationships or whoever I form it with. Like I want to have like a homey feeling, like, you know, someone that's you can call home or you can go to for anything. And yeah, and I feel like, yeah, that's probably, yeah. let me drink some water, y'all. My mouth getting dry. But yeah, I feel like that's something I feel like a lot of people needs to like really like reevaluate, especially like the older you get. You might want to reconsider certain relationships. I don't know, maybe you're like, oh, like, does this person fit my standards? Does this person give me that homey feeling? Like, is this someone I can go to for anything that, for anything? And maybe you have a friendship, or you have friendships that are like, I really care about this person. They're cool people. It's like that. Maybe they're just someone that is a vibe friend, like a friend that's just a vibe. That's just there for the fun, or whenever you see each other, it's like good connection. Always a good vibe. Always good conversations. Like, so yeah, maybe you just want to think about that. Like, so this week I've just been really evaluating all that, and so yeah. Sorry, how much time is on this shit? I'm like laying here, like I'm not even 20, 44? 24. Like,
it was running before this started though, so I'd say you have at least 16 minutes coming.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. Now let's change a little bit. Let's change the topic real quick. I'm gonna be wrapping up pretty soon because, like I said, I am very tired. Excuse me. So I'm changing the topic like completely, like complete 180. I will be doing a mini vlog. So the next time you guys see me up on here, actually not the next time because I don't leave until like a whole month from now. Probably the second podcast. Yeah. Not the next one, but the one after. I'm going to like make a vlog instead of an podcast episode. And I don't want to tell you guys what it is, but just know it's a different location, and just know it's my birthday. So I think you guys really, really like the vlog that I'm about to like host. Really excited for you guys to see it. And honestly, it's just I'm at the point where I'm just really like trying to be more. I love learning new things, and specifically learning new cultures. I like going to different places, especially like on my own. Like I like to solo travel a lot. So when I go and travel, I like to really just learn something new about the culture, like put myself in their shoes, and expand my knowledge. Like there's so much knowledge in the world. Like there's so much to learn from. And I feel like, a lot of us should really take advantage, especially if you have the opportunity to, or if you can, like get out that bubble and go somewhere. Like go somewhere where it's like, wow, I've never been here. This is a huge culture shock for me. And I wonder how, like do something. Like I honestly, one thing I'm really trying to, like, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing for me because sometimes I don't think, I just do. Sorry, I hit the microphone, but I just don't think, I just do. Like, and it's, I really need to stop doing that because it's like, I just do things. And what's the word called when you just instantly do something? Like you just do something without thinking. Guys, I have to think of the word. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Impulsive.
No, is it impulsive?
If you're impulsive, you just do things right.
Right? I think that's what I'm thinking. I don't know why I was thinking something else. Yeah. So I do things out of impulse. Like I don't really think of it. And then sometimes it is impulse, huh? Yeah, yeah. And it ends up biting me in the ass at the end, especially when it comes to like financial issue, like money. Like I'm like, damn, like, cause like I don't ever think about how much I'm spending. Like I just do. Wait, what? You found it? Is it something about the word? No, okay. No, yeah. I honestly like, yeah. And then when I come back, I'm like, damn, like, cause me like. I don't really do no money management when I'm on a trip, bro. We're on a fucking trip, bro. Like, we're not doing, I only have, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're on a trip. Why would you go on a trip without thinking about how much you're, like, without, like, having the, I thought someone was getting, hold on, wait. My parking spot. Yo, hold on a second, guys. my god, I didn't pay for my parking. And honestly, there's a bunch of no parking signs. It's okay. I'll just pay for it. Maybe they won't do anything.
Where's your car?
I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna be right back. We're great. Okay. We are good, guys. Sorry about that brief interruption. We're back. We're back, guys. Okay. Car did not get towed and there's no ticket. But I should pay for that parking, huh? Right? Yes. Yeah, I pay. Okay. I was just not going to because I was like, I'm not trying to pay. I shouldn't pay, right? Okay. Anyways, like I said, why would you go on a trip knowing that you're not gonna spend a certain amount? Like, I don't know. I feel like with me, I tend to over, like, I'll think about like, damn, like I need this amount of money. Like I bring too much money. It's better to have too much money than to have the exact amount of money you think you're gonna spend. Because you never know what type of and like what would happen. Like, or like, for example, your flight might get delayed. No, not the flight. Like, let's say like you never know what's gonna happen. Really, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, let's say you get stuck somewhere and you're like, damn, like I need to get to A to B, and you try to pay a taxi. They talking about, oh, it's $40 or whatever. I'm paying that $40. I'm gonna try to negotiate, of course, because a lot of countries, they'll take up an offer. Like, if you negotiate and know the right ways of negotiating. Bitch, let me tell you what the fuck happened one time. I was in Jamaica and I was trying to get one of them Jamaica t-shirts where it's like cropped, right? The ones that everyone has. And so she goes, oh, that'll be $40. And I was like, I don't want to like try to negotiate with someone that, lives here and is trying to make a living. You feel me? I'm trying to make a living. But, obviously we have better, a better system here, and you want to be able to give back, but $40 for a t-shirt. Let's be so serious, because I know that's off Shein. Anyways, I was like, so can we negotiate real quick? Right. Let's negotiate. And I'm like, why would you even start it off as let's negotiate? Just say a number. Hey, could you do this instead? Because that's all I got right now. Just try to like, just say that's all you got. Right, exactly. But anyways, yeah, try to negotiate, especially if you're going like out of the country. Then I would say try to negotiate. But if you're like, yeah, but yeah, always make sure you plan to spend more than what you think you're gonna spend. And yeah, that's a piece of advice that I have for any of you travelers going out of the country anytime soon. But yeah, a vlog will be coming out, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I love, like, oh my God. But let's just hold me accountable, because sometimes I suck at making vlogs. Like, I made a vlog in Jamaica, never finished editing it. Like, and that's the problem with me. I have so many vlogs that I attempted in like different places I've been to, like Tulum. Never even like finished editing it. But this time I will do it. I guarantee as a promise that I'm gonna keep. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. So some things I want you guys to take away from today's podcast, other than the advice I gave you about going on a trip, or if you plan on going on a trip. think about the values that are held within your friendships, relationships, etc. What values each of them may hold. You might want to write them down, like write down each of that. Um, Another thing to take away is brain is my brain, bro. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I think that's the main one. Is the main takeaway today is for you to really think about the values within each of your relationships, like I said, etc. Whatever that is. Think about you. Like, don't overstress yourself so much, and don't compare yourself to other people that you obviously aren't there yet. Like, we all have our own timeline for things, and I feel like a lot of people tend to not realize that. For me, I am working on that. Like, I am really working on that. So, yeah, really take care of yourself. Like always, take care of yourself. Stay blessed. And then I do have a quote for you guys today that at least that's one thing I remembered to do because I didn't do any prepping for this. Oh, this is so off topic. But has anyone been to Dreamery Creamery or whatever? Dream Creamery, I believe that's what it is. It's on Lowry, Northeast, and I don't know, that smash burger looks so good, and the little fried ice cream thing. Oh my god, I am so tempted, you guys. So tempted. That sounds so good right now. So good. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I just ate, like, as you know, I ate 4 hours ago. So that wasn't just 8, right? I didn't just 8, right? Oh, I didn't even realize my cousin took a picture of himself on my phone. Look. I told him to take a picture of us, and he took a picture of himself. I love when people do that. It's so cute. So then, like, when you go back and stuff, you're like, what? Like, I like when people leave videos on your phone. Like, I found a few videos that a few of my friends left on my phone, and I didn't watch them till like maybe like weeks or months later because I didn't notice. And I'm like, oh, like they're like meaningful messages, very cutesy, very demure. Let me stop. I'm doing a little too much right now, you guys. I'm trying to find the quote. I took a picture of it, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm gonna go on my TikTok because that's where I posted it. Let's turn that down. Okay. So, my first quote for you, I kind of just made this off the dome, so no, this is not written by anyone. I just saw a group of ducklings walking with their mom and dad. It was so cute. And then I thought of it. Like ducklings, following their mother, we move forward not because we know the way, but because we trust the ones who leads us. Another one that I thought off the dome is, are you going to spend your life breaking the curse or building your blessing? And then finally, you cannot expect to live a positive life if you hang with negative people. And that's from Joel Osteen, a pastor. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye. It ain't stopped. Still has not stopped. Sorry.